Good morning. My name is John Webb. I'm your Director of Community Engagement in the Foundation for Desert Sands. You're watching Classroom Conversations. With us this morning, we also have our co-host, Chef Mary. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's a great day. It's 55 degrees on the coast. We have blue skies, and life is good.
Hey, you know what? I love that life is good with you. You talk about 55 degrees. I'm actually going to be out of the desert this weekend. I'm going to be up in the Pacific Northwest. I've got a family memorial service I'm going to, but I'm going to experience some cold temperatures, but I'm going to get to see some family. So I'm looking forward to seeing some family I haven't seen in a long time. Yeah.
Well, I just found out it snowed in Big Bear last week, so needless to say, I dodged that bullet.
There you go. There you go. Well, Mary, before we move on, the couple people we have to thank that allow us to do this show. Craig Campbell over at CoachellaValley.com.
Yes.
He's just a great guy. Thank you for allowing us to have this on your platform. I know that we have visitors from Gerald Ford Elementary. They're going to be joining us soon. I know that we have them watching today, but we're also broadcasting, as I said, CoachellaValley.com. We're going to the Ford Elementary page, Desert Sands Educational Foundation, the Desert Sands page, as well as YouTube for Desert Sands Foundation. So it's great to just be able to be on those platforms, and thank the foundation for doing this too, Mary. You being one of the board members, you guys allowed this to happen.
Yeah, it's come a long ways from when you and I started just sort of chatting around.
Yeah, seriously, it's come a long ways. For those that are tuning in for the first time today, Chef Mary and I started this show back in, officially on Desert Sands stuff in July of 2020, but we actually started doing this in April of 2020 when we started bringing people on. So it's been a lot of fun. But let me read the foundation mission statement and vision here, Mary, and we'll get us on with our show.
Okay.
The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. Their vision statement: in partnership with public and private sectors, Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance educational experience in all academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff in DSUSD. So, that, Mary, thank you again, the foundation board, allowing that to happen. You guys wrote the grant with the city of Indio to make it so we could be out here. So it's just pretty fantastic to be able to share everything great. And speaking of sharing everything great, we have some visitors today. They are a couple of students over at Gerald Ford Elementary. Let me go ahead and I'm going to bring up their slides. So, Mary, the other day I posted this photo on my social media, and I said more things to come. And what's really, really awesome is there's Mr. Preston. He's the principal of Gerald Ford Elementary School, and he's with two students. And guess what, Mary? We're lucky enough to have those guys with us today.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to bring on our two stars from Gerald Ford Elementary School, Jake and Jason Vasquez, where they're going to share about a little project they're doing. Good morning, Jake. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing
good. And Jason, I'm sorry. Okay, real quick, so we know who's who. Who's Jake? Raise your hand. And who's Jason? Excellent. Thanks, guys. Hey, thank you, and welcome to Classroom Conversations. This is Chef Mary. I'm Mr. Webb. I'm the Director of Community Engagement. But you guys are on here for a special reason, and I want to just show some pictures before we have you guys talk. But actually, I'll show this picture. I'm going to ask, what's going on here?
Well, we made flags for the school, and we raised $1,100. Yeah, because the school got vandalized last year during Thanksgiving, and we wanted to give a portion of the money back to the school.
I think it's fantastic that you guys are doing this, and you got to check there for $1,100, and that's made out to the school, and we'll get to where those funds are going. But I'm just excited to see big checks, so that's why I brought it on first. Maybe we could take a second here, gentlemen, and if you could introduce yourself. Jake, why don't you introduce yourself real quick to Chef Mary and let us know who you are.
Hi, I'm Jake, and I really like doing sports and basketball and football and all of that stuff.
And what grade are you in, Jake?
Fourth
grade. Okay, and then Jason, why don't you do the same?
Hi, I'm Jason. I like to play football and basketball. And I'm third grade.
Mary, you gotta love brothers. They just have that instinct to be able to, hey, help him out and so forth. You're a good brother there, Jake. But no, I just think it's fantastic that you guys have done this project with their families and so forth. And why don't you explain who you've been working with on this project with?
We've been working with our grandfather who really likes to spend time with us, and he likes to make flags with us. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. There he is.
Yeah, so guys, we were lucky enough. Your mom shared a video with us. What I do is I'm going to share this video here. It does have some sound and so forth too, but I'm going to mute the sound so we could just have a conversation about what's going on. You can maybe share what's going on, guys. Okay. So let me try this. I'm going to try this without the sound. Okay, perfect. So this is just going to play in the background. But guys, why don't you explain what's going on? Jake, what's going on there?
I'm sanding the tablet holders. Yeah, and I was too. And now we're painting the tablet. No, now we're staining it. Yeah.
Okay, so you originally were up here for flags, but these are tablet holders. How did these come about? What were these for?
Well, when before we liked to use our tablets a lot, and my brother thought we can make something to hold and make something to so if we're like feeding something dirty, we don't have to touch our tablets.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so you guys were using your tablets a lot, and you just found a way to create something a little bit easier, it sounds like.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so did that happen before we all went home, or was this something that happened because of us going home?
I think it was before. No, it was because we went home.
Okay, it's because you went home. And for those of you that are just catching in, these are the tablet holders that the boys made. They worked on it with their grandfather. Mary, I just think this is just awesome all around, them working with their grandfather on this project. I get chills thinking about it.
It is incredibly clever. I mean, because like I finally got a phone with a holder and didn't realize how nice it was. I don't have to hold that phone.
Yeah. Okay, so this is your tablet holder that you created. And then with everything going on, I know that your principal shared that he got a little gift, and I'm going to continue this video here. You guys developed this project here with your grandpa. Why don't we talk a little bit more about these in detail? Jason, can you share a little bit more?
So in these pictures we were taking pictures of us with our flags, but that one with the police officer, we like to give flags to police officers because they're doing stuff nice for us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always great for our first responders, and I want to point out to our baseball fans out there, they do personalize these as well. You see, they got the Giants, they got the Padres, and they got the Dodgers that are still doing well in the playoffs. Mary, I'll tell you, I asked if they can personalize a Buffalo Bills one for me.
Exactly, I see. So, what type of wood are they made of?
Lumber wood. Yeah.
Lumber wood. So, is it recycled, or do you just
We buy it at the store at Lowe's.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh, I see. So you just glue them together, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we need to cut them. So then, we're not old enough to cut them. So our grandfather cuts them. And then we kind of do the rest of the work. And that's those are our invoices. Yeah.
I love it.
And that's one of our flags made of barnwood.
Okay, so that's made out of recycled wood there. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So how long have you guys been doing this with your grandpa?
About a year and a half. Yeah. Well, like a year.
Okay. And Mary, as you know, as being a foundation board member, these young men are raising funds for the district, and that's always a great thing to do. But more specifically, I don't know if you heard, but there was some vandalism over at Gerald Ford Elementary during the pandemic, where they had thousands of dollars in damages. And these individuals here have taken it upon themselves to donate that check of $1,100 towards the music program over there. So, guys, I'll tell you, the foundation board works very hard to raise money for the performing arts and what you're doing. So Mary, is there anything that you want to say to these boys about what they've been doing?
Well, I think it's incredible that you're able to pay forward. It's much like volunteering and doing projects, and like I bake cookie baskets for our neighbors and friends, and it just makes you feel good. And it's good inside of your heart that you have that, and for your grandpa to share that with you. I mean, there's nothing more precious than a grandparent having time with their grandchildren, and they're just beautiful. I mean, and I love the fact that some of it's recycled and it looks antique-y. It's patriotic. It makes you think when you look at each one of those. It kind of makes you think about things a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, I love how you personalize them too. It seems like you got the I call it Notre Dame, but it's Irish flag there, but the Notre Dame flag there.
Yeah.
It's great that you're able to personalize it. And I want to put up your website and your information so if people want to contact you. Yeah, Mary, these guys are phenomenal. Not only got this project going on, let me clear the screen here for a second. I want to bring up they've got a website too. I want to bring up their website, Mary. This is a full family affair. I love it. They got their own website here where their people are picking these up. You see, they're picking up wood here for Grandpa.
Oh my gosh.
You can order these right online, and it tells the story on how they started. $5 per each flag to pay what is it? $5 per each flag is going towards this project. And they're also putting into their college account too. I talked to Mom and Dad about this. I love how, it's funny, boys. When I was there for the interview, and one of the questions was with KESQ, why are you doing this? You said, can you tell us your answer? What was your first answer in response there?
We want to make money. We want to make money.
That's a great mindset for an entrepreneur. I love it. And you guys,
that's motivation.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So here they are, the different flags that you can order, Mary. Pretty fascinating. This is Brothers Flag Company, established in 2020. You can get an 18-inch by 9.5-inch with wooden stars for $40. They got a Blue Lives Matter flag, a Red Lives Matter flag, and every flag. Look at this. Every flag purchased between now and December 3rd, the Brothers Flag Company will be donating $20 per flag to Gerald Ford Elementary. Guys, that's a lot of money. That is fascinating that you're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, it's going to come back to you twofold or threefold. When you're involved in something like this, and it may not happen like tomorrow or the next day, but all of a sudden something great will come out of this whole thing, and you'll just be surprised when people pick up on it. Yeah. So how many flags do you think you've made?
We made almost 200.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is
that's just awesome. Just awesome. I get really excited about those types of things when I see that, we've got our youth doing these types of things. I want to share some of the comments here that you guys are getting. Some of you know this person, Mrs. Larson, gave a woohoo, Jake. Go, Jake. Is that somebody you guys know?
Oh, yeah, that's my teacher.
There we go.
There we go.
I love it. And we got another one, Carrie Best. Yay, Jason. How do we know this person, guys?
She's my teacher too.
Okay, awesome. And then we also have Mary Perry, who purchased one of your guys' flags, and she's going to keep it hanging. She can't wait to get another order. So I got to witness this, Mary. This was kind of cool. So they delivered the flag to Mary. She was there to help set up the interview with KESQ. And when they set it up, these young men, they gave an invoice, and the invoice was handwritten. It was handwritten. It was just phenomenal to see. Let me see. Do I have that picture here? Let's see. I'll have to try and pull that picture for us so I can share you. But it was just pretty great to see it. But I've got some more of this presentation I want to show. This was all during the filming for our KESQ commercial. I'm going to kind of play this here. This is where the boys are responding, talking about, and they're meeting with KESQ. Guys, how many times have you met with reporters and done interviews like this?
That was our first time.
Oh, that was your first one? Okay. I love it. Hey, we got some more comments coming in. Let's see here. Amazing job, kids and Grandpa. Do you know who Aurelia Saldivar is? Is that somebody you guys know, or is that somebody that's just watching us live?
I think it's somebody that's watching us live.
I love it. And then we also have Anina Rial. Keep up the great work. You're setting a great example for our community. And I think, Mary, that couldn't be said any better.
Yeah, that's. It lets you know that other people can, make things and stay busy. And look how much you've learned about wood and all the elements and purchasing, and because I think we forget what it takes to make something. We just go to the store and buy it. But when you look at the background, like you guys are doing, to find the wood and the grain and the paint and the stain, and to be careful, and then to have that time with your grandfather, that's invaluable.
So I want to show you guys, this might be a little surprise to you. So I was with you when we did the interview. I took some film, and then that afternoon I had to go to a doctor's appointment. And at the doctor's office, this is what I saw on the wall, guys. Do you know which doctor's this is?
Mr. Wright? Wait.
I don't believe it's Mr. It might be Mr. Wright, but I'll tell you where I saw it was at Palm Desert Orthotics. Chef Mary, I got to get orthotics. So I went in there and I was at the appointment, and I'm walking back, and I immediately caught my eyes like, wait a second, where did this come from? I took it off the wall immediately, and I looked on the back because I was looking for your initials. And I saw your initials and prompted me to have a conversation with them. Apparently your papa goes to that place as well.
Oh,
and he gave it to them. Yeah, there you go. He gave it to them as a gift. So I just thought it was just amazing that I just saw you guys maybe an hour and a half prior to this, and then I run into one of these in the community. So I just think it's fantastic, guys, what you're doing for everything.
Yeah.
I want to bring up your information here so people can follow you. It's at Brothers Flag Co. on Instagram. Mary, I'll pull up their Instagram account here too. They got some followers too. I got to learn something from these guys with their social media. But here's some of their page. Hey, Mr. Preston, how you doing there?
Doing well. I just want to say thank you guys. I know I snuck in. I just want to say thank you guys for putting Jake and Jason on and promoting their business and how they give back to the school and the district and the community. And
this is a no-brainer.
We got a lot of learning to do, guys, huh?
Yeah.
Chef Mary and I could talk to these guys all day.
Mr. Preston, I think it's awesome that the school supports it and encourages it.
Of course.
Because, there's so many things that, we can do with our hands. And a lot of times we forget the talent, that comes with that you can take something recycled and bring it back into something wonderful. And
I'll tell you, Chef Mary, I had the easiest job because all I did was say yes. The boys came up with the idea, and the Vasquez family supported the school, and all I had to do was say yes and empower them to do what they were doing.
Well, Mr. Preston, my whole theory in life was find a way to say yes.
There you go.
That's been my philosophy, is like, just find a way to say yes. But it's easy to go, no, I don't want to, but find a way to say yes. And that's awesome.
Hey, speaking of saying yes, and I know you guys got to get to class, there's two last comments I need to bring up on screen so you guys can see this. So proud of you, Jake and Jason. Love you. Who is Marina Vasquez?
That's our grandma. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Hey, and there's one more comment you have to see here.
Oh, yeah.
Really proud of the brothers. Great job, Jake and Jason. We love you. Who's Laura Vasquez?
Our mom.
There we go. I love that they're watching, and I love the family support. Mr. Preston, we know you guys got a busy day. Jake, Jason, keep doing awesome things in the community. Keep doing supporting this company here, and we'll keep on promoting. Thank you for everything you do. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you for having us.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, Mary, I just love having students like that on our show all the time.
Boy, just like get you right here.
You know what? I'll flat out say I'm glad I was a smaller screen. I kind of teared up.
Yeah, I was just like going, to see them do that and then to have that relationship with their parents and their grandparents, that's just incredibly invaluable. Like my memories of my father was we all went crabbing because we lived on the Chesapeake.
Yep.
And that's what we did with him because he was a waterman. And he taught us how to crab and fish and how to cook and clean them and to make things. And he was a carpenter, but we didn't really learn the woodwork side of it, but we did learn how to live on the river.
You know what? You're learning life skills. Skills, like what's the old saying? You teach somebody to fish.
Yeah.
Right? You teach them to fish, they can do it for life. You give them fish, you just give them fish. Right? I don't know the whole proverb and saying and so forth, but
yeah,
you get what I mean there, definitely. But, this was such a great event that took place, and thank you, Mr. Preston, for reaching out. And I want to promote this to all of our students and all of our principals, all of our school administrations or families that are watching. If you have an amazing project that you're doing with your kids, please share with us. We want to go ahead and highlight them.
Exactly.
These are great things that, like, we met with Crystal Jimenez. She's one of the new reporters at KESQ, and I said, Crystal, thank you for covering this. I'm going to make sure to go after your story because I don't want to break the news with, KESQ is a great partner of ours, and we love that we're able to highlight these amazing events that these students are doing. Like, this is the whole article here. This is the whole article about these two students, Jason and Jake. And, this is great, I would say great experience for them. They were interviewed for the first time. This is business experience. They're entrepreneurs. And as one of our comments said before, let's make this a thing in the community. And they're inspirational.
I mean, you look at the young men from El Toque. I mean, they all came through that family, learning how to cook and being together, and look where they are.
Exactly.
I mean, it's an example of the bonding with parents and that camaraderie that you can sit with your grandpa. And I mean, what a great grandpa.
I met him also, and I will say that it is interesting that we're going to the same doctor, right? But I will say I met him as well. He doesn't like to be on the camera and the screen as much, but I got to talk with him. It's just great what he's doing. And like we said, you learn a skill with crabbing with you and fishing and so forth with your father. These kids are learning woodwork that they're going to have for the rest of their lives.
Exactly. I mean, what a nice feeling with him, to be able to have them close to him.
Exactly. But, we do have some other current events that we do have to talk about. So, Chef Mary, as we've always done, it's the third Thursday of the month. We've been participating as long as I've been in Desert Sands. It's called the Great Shakeout. If you remember, we used to do this over at La Quinta.
Yeah.
It's the third Thursday of the month, and it's traditionally like today is 10/21. At 10/21 today, the entire state is going to act out as if the 10-pointer just happened.
Yeah.
And we're going to actually full on go through our drills. I met with Adriana and Helen this morning to find out exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I encourage all of our staff members, if you're not sure where you're supposed to go during an evacuation drill, make sure you touch base with your school site administrator that oversees that. It's pretty important. But if you remember, Mary, these were times when you and I were over at La Quinta.
Yes.
And I would actually put in scenarios like they will send out the search and rescue team today to make sure rooms are cleared. And I would say by year 2 and 3 over at La Quinta, we had a lot of fun where we had scenarios. And I would ask teachers to specifically stay back with students. So we had to go, search and rescue. Or we had the security team, which was great to work with. And we'd have the security team, and they would go ahead and stage as if you couldn't walk down a certain hallway, as if there was a power line exposed or whatever, as if it were an actual earthquake. So the more real that we can be with these things, the better.
Well, I know at the culinary program, the thing that we were really concentrating on was logistically, if we had to be somewhere for a long period of time, could we get water or food, or would we be able to sit down or whatever? And so we started working out on the bathrooms and the storage closets and everywhere that if you were stuck somewhere for a while, that you'd have water or some resource. And it was pretty interesting, when that happened. And it happened when, I think, between classes. And it's amazing that I got right into it. Like, this is real. And you're gathering all these students in and bringing them in, making sure they're safe and they have a safe place to go. And I thought it was pretty exciting. And it just seemed quite real, actually.
Exactly. And the more real we can get it, the better it's going to happen. Better things will happen when and if it actually happens. And we never know what's going to happen, so it's good to be prepared. But speaking of, being prepared and so forth, I want to highlight that we have some COVID-19 and flu vaccination clinics that are going on. These come to us. We're working with different community resources, as well as you got to love Mr. Lawson. He's leading the way with having vaccination clinics as often as possible over at Indio High School. He's the one that hosted that wellness clinic last week at the early, about a month ago. Yep. But he's got first dose and second dose on the 26th, and then again on November 17th. And then you can see the different vaccination clinics that we have available. There's one Wednesday, October 27th, and that's over at Jefferson Middle School. That's located right on Jackson and 111. So that's accessible for our Indio community there. So we do have these available. Please, please, please take advantage of the opportunities here. And we want to help. We want to thank our friends at, We've got 2 partners here, Desert Oasis Healthcare, Borrego Healthcare, and then also our third one, Desert Healthcare district and foundation. So
Oh,
thank you
awesome.
very much, guys, for partnering with Desert Sands so we make sure we have the vaccinations available for our families and students. Yeah, so let's see what else we have here, Mary. You know, I'll tell you, I thought the students are going to come around a little bit later, so I got things a little bit backwards here, but just kind of pivoting here and adjusting. Oh, we definitely got to talk about this. And Mary, I'm going to say I'm offering a spot for you if you need one. The Foundation Express, November 6th. That's
Yes.
coming up. Very, very exciting. So I'll tell you, I'm working with, let me show you. These are just on regular paper, but this, imagine this is a rack card, right? And it's going to be about yay big. So on this, it's got our sponsors. It's got our platinum sponsor, which is, as you know, who built your kitchen, Ledesma Meyer. But then it's got the food that's being represented, who's sponsoring
wow.
food, all of the different sponsors. And speaking of sponsors, I want to make sure to highlight, well, obviously, you know about our platinum sponsor. Thank you very much, Ledesma Meyer Construction, the builders of Chef Mary's Kitchen. Let's see here. We also have Movement for Life Physical Therapy, Dennis, Wolliver, and Kelly, people I hope I never have to speak with because they're attorneys for the district. Then we got Lisa D's Homework Club, as I share, they're an in-kind sponsor. They're the ones that gave us the bags. And we're filling that with goodies. But our newest one here, and this was great. So I always love this, Mary. I'm sure you love the same thing. When you go to your mailbox and you open up the mail and boom, there's a check. I was like, what is this for? It was $1,000 for a sponsorship. And I had no clue it was coming. So I called them up and just said, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's just amazing. Thank you, PBKWLC. For those of you who don't know, they're the architecture firm that we work with whenever they're one of them that, you know, put out for bid and so forth and provide us the opportunity for anything changes that we have to do with our buildings and so forth.
That's
so with our new buildings that we just built, we had the architecture firm come through. And then we also have, as you know, our gold sponsors, RBC Capital. They were one of our gold sponsors for the golf tournament as well.
Yes.
Yep. There are investment bankers that hold the bonds for the district. This is, when I say bonds for the district, Mary, we're talking like tens of millions of dollars.
Oh, wow.
That they help us save money as well as, I guess, make money on the money and so forth. We got to thank Aziz Farms, you know, the Tadros family.
Yes.
They're one of our gold sponsors. So thank you very much. And then lastly, as I shared, our platinum sponsor, Ledesma Meyer. You know, that's just great that they're able to do this and give back to the community here. We thank you very much, Joe. And it's just great to have you as a partner with us.
I know. And I mean, that kitchen was a gift that just keeps on giving.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny you bring up that, Mary, is the last slide that I was going to. They're doing Celebrate the Heroes. They're doing a Heroes event. They're taking place on November 4th. It's coming up fast. A little bit different. They're doing a drive-through. So everybody's going to get a couple individual platters, takeaway platters.
Okay.
All, as you said, Mary, Thanksgiving with all the trimmings.
Oh, my gosh. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so I met with Chef David as well as Chef Felicia, talked with Dr. Shantz to see how we can better help this out and so forth.
Yes.
They're doing this. It's amazing. They're doing this 100% on their own through the funds that they've raised, even during COVID. But they're doing this on their own to give back to the community. So all of you first responders and veterans, if you are watching this, please, please, please. From what I understand, they're going to have enough for over 200 first responders and veterans. See us on November 4th from 11 to 1. I know that La Quinta's also reached out to the La Quinta City Council, so they may be helping with serving the plates and so forth. You know, it was always a good time when you got to serve potatoes with Mr. Ratty right there, Dr. Ratty. He was always one of the many that came. You know, Mr. Sanchez, Kathleen Fitzpatrick have been there. You know, and obviously Mayor Evans has been there plenty of times. And
yes,
just
exactly.
Great, Mr. Pena, and you know, it's just a great relationship that they have. So,
I mean, it's such a great relationship that we had with the city, you know, with Steve and Kathleen and the mayor, to be there and just be a part of it. I mean, their help was invaluable. Aside from them being there, you know, representing the city, being there as a body. I mean, it really made a big difference to have those people on the line serving all the food. Oh, it's great.
Definitely. So I want to go ahead. I said I was going to go on our social media as well. And, you know, we just got a lot of information coming out, Mary. That's what we're all about, right?
Yep, that's what we do.
Our families. So I want to bring up our Twitter account. For those of you that don't know, follow us at Desert Sands USD. But here's our Twitter account that's got going on. And we were just, this is Classroom Conversations here. Thank you, Jan, for promoting us and sharing this with our community. As you know, Mary, we have over 5,000 followers on Facebook right now. And with Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, I want to say we're probably north of 10,000 followers. So,
Oh, wow.
so we're a growing force, Mary.
We started with 2, you and me.
That's right. It was just on your Facebook page of mine.
Yes.
Once again, thank you to KESQ News Channel 3, helping highlight schools participating in the Great California Shakeout. You can see that we shared this with our families as well.
Yeah.
And then, one of the avid tweeters, right? The avid social media persons, people in the district is Mr. Fajardo over at Shadow Hills. So thank you for sharing this information about Digital Citizenship Guide, about different types of things and so forth. Anything from digital security to digital commerce to digital downtime, digital etiquette, just giving tips for students as well as adults. One of the things I take from there is digital downtime. I don't know about you, Mary, but I really enjoy putting my phone on the moon mode, meaning it's out for the night.
Well, the other day I left my phone in the car, and I couldn't find it, and then after the end of the day, I find it in my car, and no one had called me, so I carried that thing around. I would have carried it around thinking I was going to get a call, and I didn't get anything at all. And it was like, well, this wasn't really bad. I didn't really need this thing with me after all.
Exactly. You know what? I always find it a little bit of a blessing where I'm looking for my phone, because that means I've been without my phone for a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So as you know, we have the Recognize It program, and we're going to thank Jan for helping promote that and so forth. So DSUSD has it. As you know, we give those CV Harvest boxes out. So there's an organization that a lot of our teachers work with in technology. I would say with teaching technology, when I'm saying like the different platforms we use in teaching, right? Like, for example, using StreamYard, they use Google Classroom to present and so forth, or they may use Zoom or whatever it may be when they have to. Well, they have a spring conference coming up. And I don't know if you remember last year, but Administrator of the Year for Q was Mr. Fisher over at Johnson Elementary. So I want to encourage our families that are watching, go ahead and nominate one of our standout teachers or administrators or staff members for the Q Awards. And these are awards for technology. And these are due October 29th. I want to go ahead and put this link up here. Give me a second, Mary. But this gives you a little bit of a description about what it's all about, the Q Awards. And let me see if I can go to it also. You know me, I'm trying to do this on the fly, so it may look a little funny. But these are the Q Awards for innovation and recognition, and these are the different areas. And this, like I said, this is an organization that we work with directly here in the Coachella Valley that highlights different technology and so forth. So I encourage, if you can, if you have the opportunity, please go to that website there and fill out a nomination for one of our staff members. It's just a great opportunity for our staff members to be recognized for all the great work that they're doing. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'll give a shout out to the City of Indio. I signed up.
Okay.
And then got a really nice thank you email from them for signing up with all the information. So that was kind of cool. I thought it was nice to have something in my email box that I actually wanted to read that wasn't selling me something.
Mary, I got another emphasis that great minds think alike. We didn't even have that planned, and I had a plan for that slide to come up next.
No.
Look at that. Great minds think alike. But if you're interested in more about the City of Indio and everything that's going on there, scan that QR code. Sign up real easy. Ask your first name, last name, and email address. I think that's it, right, Mary?
Yeah, that's it. It was just like 4 lines, and if you have autofill on your phone, it just fills it in for you. Yeah.
It's pretty. It almost makes it like as I call it, Sean proof.
Yes, well, Mary proof for me too. As well.
There we go. And then I've been advertising this event for as long as we can. And Tara's like, I've been hearing about this thing that you've been advertising online, but it's not on our calendar yet. Well, now it's on our calendar, sweetie. Yes. It's on our calendar. Brooklyn's ready to go next Saturday, the 30th. We probably won't get there right at 4. We'll probably get there around 5 o'clock, but we're looking forward to walking down, experiencing streets and treats and all the great foods that they have going on there.
Yeah, that's going to be really fun.
Yeah. And from what I understand, I haven't gotten the actual flyer yet, but after that event, so this one goes from 4 to 8. And then I believe there's another event that goes from like 6 to 9 over at Indio High School as well, where they're doing a trunk or treat. And that's a benefit for the football team over there.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna disguise Brooklyn as getting the candy for her. I'll just say that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we know how that works, right? I make sure to hike in the morning so I can go ahead and cheat that way.
Exactly. I always look to see if there's either Butterfingers or Almond Joy candies when the kids come back with their baskets, and I'm like, going, darn people need to put any Butterfingers.
I love a good whatchamacallit, right? And I love a good $100 grand. And those are ones that you don't find all the time. But if I see those, Brooklyn, if you're watching this, that's what Daddy's coming for.
Yeah, because I know the packaging, so I'm always like looking for the packaging. Oh, there's one right there.
Lastly, Mary, we got Rock and Raise. This is an event that's happening for Palm Desert Charter Middle School. I'll be going to that event. I can't wait. Can't wait to see those dueling pianos, see how that goes. And I'll tell you, one of our business partners, one of our community partners, he's helped out with Palm Desert Charter Middle School for many years. He's helped out Washington Charter Elementary School for many years. Local business attorney Amir Assar is the MC for that event. So I can't wait to go to that event, and I'm for sure positive he's going to call me out in front of everybody. But it'll be a fun time to raise some money for a good cause. Yeah. But Mary, I wouldn't be doing my job if we didn't close out this way. Got to bring up the foundation event again.
Exactly. That's going to be super fun. Great food.
Yeah, great food. We are exactly full in one bus. So that I'll tell you right now, community, we've got 56 seats left. So let's fill that bus. Yes. Every dollar that comes in for this is going to go towards PE equipment as well as athletic equipment. I'll tell you, we have some amazing sports programs and booster programs at some of our school sites. And we have other programs that need funding as well that aren't successful. So we're trying to raise enough funds so all of our teams can be equalized and they have equal opportunity there for, either if it's the basketball team or the volleyball team, the cross country team, whatever it may be. But these funds are going to be available to our teachers and staff that work with athletics.
Yeah, that'll be a fun day, a really, really fun day.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, Mary, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to close out here. Is anything you want to say before we shut down?
No, I'm going to head off to work. I'm just impressed with these young men. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's nothing any better than a flag as far as I'm concerned. I love them. I'm very patriotic. Yeah. And, whether it's a pin or a flag but what a great gift to give, to someone, because we're always looking for that perfect gift, and that would be an incredible housewarming present or particularly since it's custom, you can get them customized. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's just a great thing all along. I just love how the kids are working with Grandpa.
I love their dog.
Very patriotic with that and so forth. But look at these boys there, just outstanding. And one of the things they're also doing, and I should have brought this up when they were on, Mary, and you can put out the word too. They're collecting police badges.
Badges, okay.
Yeah, the patches and so forth from the different counties. So these flags have gone all over, from what I understand, all over the state of California, and some have been shipped throughout the country.
Oh, wow.
And when they're going to police departments and fire departments, they're sending back a patch for them. So they've got quite a collection. Mom showed up with them in a bag, and it was pretty cool.
Oh, that is awesome. I'll have to reach out to my friends that live out of California.
I love it. Well, Mary, you have a great day. Thank you for being on with us. And I'll see you next Tuesday.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, you got it. And actually, I'll see you Monday night. We've got a board meeting.
Oh, that's right. Yes, for sure. I'll be here.
Board meeting, so I'll see you via Zoom. But I meant what I said about the 6th. If you need a place to stay, I think we can make arrangements.
Oh, okay. That might be a thought. I'll have to look at my calendar. The girls are in town, and tomorrow is their opening, and I have no idea what to expect. Nothing. I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, the seasons are starting. I love it. Exactly. Hey, Mary, you have a great day. And at CoachellaValley.com, and to our friends over at Gerald Ford Elementary, Thomas Jefferson Middle School. Let's see, as well as our friends at Desert Sands Foundation and the school district. Thank you for watching. We'll catch up with you on Tuesday. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.